and exportation of iodized salt in this country. At the same time, too, we will work with the local communities in the Gambia. It might not be surprising to you to know that there are certain communities in the Gambia that are producing salt. We will also try to work with them with some other partners like UNICEF, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Trade, the Customs and Excise, to ensure that, the salt that they produce at the community level is also iodized. So if we are able to tackle those two areas, enforce the regulations, enforce our market surveillance, and ensure that all salt coming from Senegal mainly is iodized, and the salt that is produced in the Gambia is iodized, then I think our markets will have a lot of iodized salt, up to a point whereby any salt dealer that you go to into the market will have some iodized salt on his or her table.
Nka boro keje puru asanna mol nafa asa banko nafa nka komen bondi jan safo ko senum balam because ngalon birinta da janeta fa ngoy ko nyingel asane ata nyame ndolla ko bondo ni aje akache standard code akache code me alon ko betolam because nka tama ni silo lala ni sarato nyin ko do ku kuto ye mentan wala nyindi ko nka ko bondi dinkir nka je bondi dinkiral to kata dinkiral fo janabe futala ko ka bodame andu nafuda da ko ka bodame an sa ka to patol bawon ka ja fo loku ni ngaja ngasamba ko bondi dula andu ngasamba ko ka dum bu men ko ni ngalandi je fana nka boro chaga so boro dum fana ka fintindi molka dum ka nafa so be so wala dina ko men ka bo akuma ya da bakel be sayin amonnya na kele Gambia no le lombaliat bawo bunda men boko nana ani UNICEF wolbe yesimfa baleta nyin ko do ko la kodo foy ka yatimo so do mealonko akata banko be kan sango sang akata ka bankoran ka komembe molbul ka nyami anin boro so wodo Gambia no janni bida ko sanna bantala ngamen dol fon ka ko kendo men bonna banko kanja ngacho ko sannadi ngacho ko domoladi because ko le mealonko nka boro kejele isita ko do sam banda amam boro so
toujours nga gis xalé ko xamné da fay judd rek tank yi sew biir bi reuy bop bi reuy ñu naan ki dafa xibon da fay muut suut da fay def lenn nak lenn li koy waral yépp dafa am benn matière bu nek waron nek ci yaramam ta amu ci muy lan ñu ko tuddé manam matière bo xamante iodine ci yaram dafa baax li koy joxe nak bokk na ci comme ñun Afrique dañ bëgg xorom te lépp lu ñuy togg dañ ci def xorom parce que ñam woo fi togg te defoo ci xorom dafay lewet te ñun même bu fekkee da nga feebar dem hôpital ñu ayee la xorom sax dañ naan oo kii de da du lekkati lu neex kon nag fexe ba xorom si nga xam ne moom la ñuy jëfandikoo ci biir kër yi di ko togg bis bu nekk ngir yàlla nañu sàmmwante suñu njaboot comme ni ñu ko naanaa ci digalee ngir ñuy use xorom bi nga xam ne dafa am iodine moo ñuy noppal ndax duñ mën a wax ne yeneen lekk yi am iodine danañ ko mën a lekk toujours waaye xorom moom bis bu ne ñu lekk kon dafa jaadu nag ñun borom kër yi wala képp koo xam ne da nga yar njaboot di joxe dépense nga fexe ba xorom si ngay indi ci kër gi di koy xoromee ci li ngay lekk mu am iodine dina la dimbali ci li ngay def pour ñi nga xam ne juddooguñ waaye yow miy dund dina la aar ñi juddoogul nga su boobaa da nga am dund bu rafet di nga am mbir bu yaram
mbaade moom ntela Mor Ndiaye mbe dow ko la jare kenda pundato bunda mi an ko wala marto jare kenda ki badol ganjawla anin ka jare kenda la gol kinimandi anin ka itande dina hotel min bunda do ko dow ko ke mum ka ko National Nutrition Agency dala mo la fanna modi mi an ko trebelo jare kenda bunda ni ka ko ka ni jare kenda ko wol do mo wala kawal bi na rapproka yamaro min di wala mo do mo wala fen ko ma do bi mi an ka fa iodine afana mo do mo wala nanga ko ma da bake malo kono adon to nyato nya asoto so do ko min do wala mo do mo nyanko ka so do baldo an do mo nyanko se resbol do ba do mo fenne nyalan ko fanan nka sola balo ko sola do mo nding balo ko sola wala ko mi misal ko ya balo ko sola mo ben kam be do mo na nga balo be ko ata ko yaro pa sila o kamala mo fenne do ara nyami ko ma do nyam balo fenne nan ko ne balo mangitala wala balo ma so nyama asatina so se wulu ase wulu kurunke asatina fana so se wulu a dino wulu nyanka se la nyuro sotno asatina dino fana so se wulu a dino wulu nyanka dino ka dino sutumba nyalan ko o protocol ko yele man ke de nyaado nyama asikolia asadna de non kono se wulo fanan ko mi an ko be de mi an ko karam la ko be ko la bul bakela kan lu karam ko be ko la bul fenne mi an ko ala sonno mo ni ata yele wala to dum dum bat na be karam so no la je woto ñin domo wala adum ban ko randi fenne mi an ko ban ni manke da fanan e kay kamo ñin fanan saje isaba ko mumi fun aka fun mo le kamna ko wito be kankoro ñin kon woto kamala fenne mi an ko ko jarano ada jaro ko la baka wala sun be mo be yamarla pour moɓɓe se muna fen e sakata ni aydin fenne ñango aso sokno kokono aɗum mbawam ɓe ka kodomole ɓe lafla momoro ni ñango bela kodomo e ka kodomo sokono ko woni yakata ya ñinin kalaga fof fenne ñango e aydin ko jeena mbawa nin ko aydin moɓe yakalama sanse ñinin kalago na kolla kol men kon ke domo sakata ko ñinin kalago fo ɗum aydin la faji la pour min mbatana min ɓe makola pour que mantorol tanka.
Nana saw it fit that all salt entering the Gambia has to be iodized. So we went on a familiarization tour with stakeholders in Dakar, such as LMC and Micronutrients Office, and also the salt farmers. We also visited the dikes where the salt are farmed. I was there to look into the iodization of salt so that I'll come back and disseminate the information to the custom officers in GRA so that they will be stopping or accepting salt that is iodized and stopping salt that is not iodized into the country, so that the basket table of the intake of iodized salt will reach to a maximum of at least 90%.
For the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, we have been opportune to collaborate with NANA in their activities to promote the importation of iodized salt. Now, from the trade perspective, we know that government has put a legislation on food fortification and salt iodization in 2006. So this legislation makes it mandatory for all imports of salt into this country to be iodized. And not only imports of salt, but also salt that is domestically produced in country to be iodized before it is put into the market for household consumption. So under this legislation, it would be illegal for anybody to import into this country salt that is not iodized. And in the same respect, it would be illegal for anybody to produce salt domestically for household consumption, salt that is not iodized. So from the trade perspective, because for trade, actually when it comes to health issues, trade internationally recognizes that all national requirements that aim to promote human life, safety, whether it's human safety or animal health or plant health, it becomes mandatory for traders to comply with national requirements that promote human safety. So from that perspective, we will see importers who import salt that is not iodized for public consumption to be violating this legislation prepared by government in 2006. So under this legislation, it's illegal to import non-iodized salts into this country.
As the Director of Food Safety Quality, as we all know, the advocacy also is in the food safety control. You come to understand that food safety is a cross-cutting issue. Every individual human being within the society has a stake in food safety. As a directorate, being between the Ministry of Health, and as you know, we are talking about health. So that being the case, we are really concerned. And this is why being the custodian of the regulation in terms of implementing the legislation that is already being put in place.